Hello, welcome. This is Blockchain Bloom, the blockchain educator. I'm Matt Lippink, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about that the Luna Foundation Guard announced that basically the majority of their Bitcoin is gone. So they used to have, more than 80,000 Bitcoin, and now a bit more than 300 is left. The second topic I would like to talk about is all about El Salvador and a meeting which will be held, today. And the president announced it on the Twitter that basically 44 countries are going to meet on Monday, today in El Salvador, discuss Bitcoin. And the third thing is all about UK. And, UK would like to be a crypto hub. And now they also urge the stablecoin law and definitely the new regulations, and they really not welcome the algorithmic stablecoins. Guys, all this in today's video. And if you would like to stay up to date, very important, subscribe to this YouTube channel, Blockchain Bloom, because every single weekday I'm bringing you the freshest. And also check out the links under this video because there are many useful ones. Plus, definitely hit the like button if you like this kind of content. And guys, it's time to have a look at the market, where we can see basically that Bitcoin is at $30,011, which is a 0.75% decrease in the last 24 hours, while Ethereum went down $1.82% to $2,038. When we're looking at the top gainers, we see eCash going up 13%, then we have Kusama going up 9%, and NEM going up 5%, almost 6%. When we're looking at the losers, still, here you can see TERRA'S UST is still in the game, losing, 34%. Then we have Dash going down 7% and CeeLo 6%. And it's time to have a look at the candlestick chart, which forms a very, very interesting and important thing, because this is now in the weekly we can see. And we have, look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 already 7 candles in the row, which is definitely in red. And this is really a new thing. We haven't seen something like this, maybe never, or for a while for sure. And this one which you're forming this week is already red, but it's Monday. Okay, it's a start of the week. And now many people argue that because of these 7 candles, we're going to have probably a green one sooner or later coming up, because it cannot continue just like this. So this is the pro part of it. And definitely when we're looking at the daily and we're looking at the RSI, also it's under 30. Used to be here, and then now it's coming back. So it's definitely, according to the RSI, it's a good entry level kind of thing. But this is just one indicator. And on the other hand, we can see that it's around 30, and it's holding it, but it's not really strong. And well, it can easily happen that Luna has basically started now this very bearish period. It's also in the game. On the other hand, you can see how many Bitcoin long position are there. And look at this number. Here we're talking about 2018. We have never seen, all the way back to 2018, this many long positions, which is also, like a coin, has two sides. Because one thing is that the whales are so sure about that the price will, turn from here, and therefore they actually are in these positions because they would like to make a lot of money. Yeah, that's always obvious, but this is one thing. But on the other hand, guess what? If there are so many long positions, it can also have a danger part. What about if some big ones start to again drop the price and liquidate all these long positions? So we kind of here for the hope. Maybe this is a good sign, but there's also danger part of it. So guys, right now we're living in definitely interesting times. But nothing lasts forever, even the bearish and of course the bullish period. So it will never go down forever. There will be a point when it will be turned, and then we might see Bitcoin new all-time highs. When? We don't know. Is it this year? Is it next year? Is it after next year? We don't know. But as Bitcoin behaved in the last 13 years, there were always bearish periods, call it bear market, or just like a couple of, it's really just a couple of months bearish period. But then it came back. And probably this is going to happen to Bitcoin again. When? Yeah, this is the good question. But it's really not the question. I mean, it's coming back or not. It's rather the question that when it's coming back. Okay, and now let's move on to the first topic, because the first topic is all about the Luna story continues. We do know all the hassle, everything what happened, last week. It was like, wow. And now it's officially announced that basically it's just a few Bitcoin left for the Luna Foundation Guard, and so behind Terra as a support. So let's talk about that. So obviously we do know that Luna has accumulated a lot of Bitcoin over a period of time, but this one is now gone. And here you can see that the Luna Foundation Guard, official stewards of the TERRA'S Bitcoin reserve, released a statement on Monday documenting how it, dispersed millions of dollars worth of crypto in its failed attempt to maintain the peg of stablecoin Terra USD, which is UST. In the statement, the Luna Foundation Guard notes that its Bitcoin reserve has depleted almost entirely from around 80,000 Bitcoin to about 300 Bitcoin. So the remaining asset, which is mostly comprised of the crashed UST and Luna tokens, will apparently be used to compensate investors. And here you can see how it looked like back in the 7th of May originally. So here you can see what kind of assets they had backing up Luna. And when you're looking at this here, you can see what happened to this. So Bitcoin, 99.61% token gone. So from Luna. Now they have 313 left. Then in BNB, actually, there is no difference, so they still have the BNB token. Then all the 100% of the USDT and USDC as a backup, it's gone. Avalanche, we have here exact the same number as it before, and UST, well, guess what? So, and there is what we have in Luna, which means it is actually one part is good, which is the sell pressure. It's off because now almost everything is sold. We talked about 80,000 Bitcoin, which was sold by Luna because they would like to keep the peg. And if you would like to see this in details, then you go to the LFG Luna Foundation Guard here on Twitter, and they have here kind of detailed on what's happened here and what they are left with. Yeah. Now there are many questions. The one has announced a couple of things, that how they can actually restart on Luna, how the new token can can be a compensation, a part of it, like 40% of it, for the old Luna holders before this what happened here. And so there are right now plans, okay, but nothing is certain. How Luna can recover. Can Luna recover? Definitely they have to, depeg it from the UST, because that just simply cannot continue, because it's just inflating Luna as hell. So yes, now at least this craziness has stopped. Luna is actually back on Binance and I think KuCoin, where you can actually trade it, but we still need now time to hold this whole thing to settle with the sell pressure from Bitcoin. It's off from the Luna side because they sold it basically. So yes, slowly getting back on track. But yeah, it hurt a lot. It's no question. Okay, now next topic. The next topic is all about that they're going to be meeting today in El Salvador. 44 countries will represent themselves and discussing Bitcoin. We do know that El Salvador is the first country which, made Bitcoin a legal tender last year in September. And then we have now a second one. And, probably it's just a matter of time when there will be a third one and maybe then the fourth one. So as you can see, El Salvador President Nayib Bukele announced on Twitter that 32 central banks and 12 financial authorities from 44 countries are to meet on Monday, which is today, on the 16th of May, to discuss financial inclusion, digital economy, banking, and the unbanked, El Salvador's Bitcoin rollout, and its benefits in the country. And, here it took 12 years for the first country to adopt Bitcoin, around 8 months for the second. And if Panama's president signs the recent Bitcoin bill into law, then they will be the third only about a month after the second. So Panama could be the third if that's happening. So now countries from all over the world are meeting in El Salvador to discuss financial inclusion and how adopting Bitcoin can benefit their countries. So this is what is going to happen, and this is definitely major because we do know, here you can see the list. I'm not going to read it out loud, but we're definitely not talking about like major countries. It's not the case because there are the small ones. They have rather nothing to lose, but this could be the chance for them to maybe climb and do something at least. But if more and more countries adopt Bitcoin as a legal tender, then it can totally change the whole landscape of Bitcoin. So these little countries definitely can help to make Bitcoin more mainstream. So it will be interesting what will be the end result of this meeting. Okay, and now the third topic I'd like to discuss is all about the UK and the crypto law, what they are about to make right now. And there is a regulation about stablecoins in it as well. So yeah, UK affirms commitment to regulate stablecoins following Terra meltdown. Everywhere is now this like an urgent topic. What they should do really about it. This is the question. So legislation to regulate stablecoins where used as a means of payment will be part of the Financial Service and Market Bill, which was announced in the Queen's speech. And however, the Treasury does not plan to include algorithmic stablecoins in the legislation, saying they do not guarantee stability. TERRA'S is an example of algorithmic stablecoins. So very important. Now in this new legislation, they don't want to have algorithmic stablecoin included. So there is actually very interesting theories behind it. What happened to Luna? Because with algorithmic stablecoin, there will be less control for them now. Because if the stablecoin, like in the normal way, when it's backed with US dollar, for example, then there is a better control over it. So there is a question that who made this happen, because it was definitely someone started it and crashed Terra and crashed with UST on purpose. But who? Why? It's not the question. Probably the why. We do know why. Who? This is the good question. So on the other hand, US lawmakers also called for urgent regulation of stablecoin last week following the fall of Terra. However, the Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen believes that stablecoins are currently not a real threat to US financial stability. So, probably coming up everywhere, regulating stablecoins now, but the UK, it announced already that they don't want to have algorithmic stablecoins. They don't want to allow them because just what happened with Terra. Guys, that's it for today. Don't forget, tomorrow I'm back with the freshest, so subscribe to this YouTube channel to stay up to date in crypto, because a lot of things are happening and you must know about them. And also hit the like button if you like this kind of content. See you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye-bye.